Hello, people of YouTube and from DeviantArt, if that's where you found me from. I hope you all are having a good day today. Like a really good day. And if not, then I hope this will cheer you up a little, get some laughs. And as you can see, it is night out. And if you're wondering why my voice is down, because my parents are asleep, so I gotta be quiet, okay? So what I'm actually doing, tomorrow is my dad's birthday. And what I'm gonna be doing is making him a cake. He doesn't know I'm making him one. So, what you're gonna be seeing me do tonight, or today, or wherever time it is when you're watching this, I will be making this. And I know it's from the box again. Sorry, I didn't actually have enough time to get all the stuff I needed to make an actual cake. And I wanted to try this recipe one of my friends got me about how to make a marble cake from scratch, which I've never done before. I wanted to try it, but I kind of misplaced the recipe, and by the time I found it again, it was too late for me to acquire all the ingredients before his birthday, so oh well. So let's start baking, and I apologize again for the video quality because I am doing this from a phone, on a phone that's duct taped this time to my computer chair, not a regular chair. I decided the computer chair, since I can move it like this and this, so I'll be able to drag you people around, and I better move the rug real quick. I'm sorry. That way you'll be able to see better what I'm doing this time. Okay. So the first thing it says, this is what kind of cake I'm making. Chocolate. You love chocolate. So it says the first thing to do, of course, is open the box. And Cass, he won't be in this video, baking video like last time, because let me just set this on the chair. 1 second, I'll show you where he is. I can move you around this time. It's so exciting. Ignore the TV. I was watching NCIS earlier. He's right down there. Let me pull the chair forward. He's in the crate right there. There. He's sleeping. And if you guys are wondering what happened to my glasses, I kind of misplaced them before I started the video. Oops. I usually leave them in there by my seat in the living room, but I kind of forgot where they were. Oopsie doopsie. And I'm sorry, I apologize if it doesn't seem like I'm looking at you guys, because I screwed up this time as I usually put the camera angle over there. Now it's over there, so I keep wanting to look at the other opposite end. So let's do this. And if any of my parents should come down, I'll just be doing this, as I don't think you want to see them in their underwear. So you get the bowl. You are familiar. This isn't the same mixing bowl I used to make the muffins. This is actually a size larger. Actually, I actually took culinary class in high school. And for those of you that don't know what that is basically the modern equivalent of home ec, which is basically cooking, sewing, all that happy stuff. But now it's more just cooking, or at least in our high school. If it's like still cooking and sewing and other stuff, other places, good for you. But our school was on a budget, so you know how it goes. Again, I apologize, I can't be loud. Let me move you back a bit, because you're kind of stuck in my face. There you go. There. Oh, go back this way. Okay. There. Get in. Oh well, I'll clean everything up before. Okay. And like I said, I took culinary class, and my teacher said it's always good to put your dry ingredients in first. If you don't want that, know what that is. It means this kind of ingredients, like powder, like sugar, before you do anything else. Let me get rid of that. Let's see what the box says. I know with to do usually, but it's always good to follow, like if you have a set of instructions. If you think you already know what to do, it's always good to check the instructions, because if not, you make a mistake, and sometimes it's no big deal, sometimes you're gonna have to start over. Okay. So let's preheat the oven to, you know, you think this is my second video, you think I would have learned to preheat the oven beforehand. I forgot again. I'm sorry. But at least this time you don't have to watch me stir. This is actually more like scrape it off into the pan and smooth it out. I have my mixer this time, but I gotta be quiet. But I have to have it. I actually think I will go see if I can grab my glasses real quick. I probably just, if I don't find them in a second, then yeah. Okay, found them. Now I can see. Okay, I'm kidding. I can see close up, just not like far away. So I would have been fine anyway, but I feel naked without them. I'm used to them. Okay, so got the dry ingredients, and then usually you put the wet ingredients. In this case, that would be 11/4, which is about this of water. 11/4. At least I hope so. From my understanding. That was the hardest thing, actually, in cooking class. I think it's the hardest thing for anybody, whether you're a girl, or you're a young kid learning how to cook, or you're a grown adult, is the tablespoons, the teaspoons, the cups, and measurements. If you misread it and make one little mistake like that, then you really will have to start over, because I think someone's up. 1 second. I was just Cass rolling over in his sleep. So let's see if anybody's up. Oops. I'd have to go like this. I'd be like, oh, just keep going. I know you guys are probably going, haven't you flippin' figured out how to edit yet? Well, I have finally figured out how to edit my videos, but I don't think I'm going to on these videos, because, you know, the whole part of cooking is you make a mistake, you learn from it. And if you try to edit out those mistakes, you're not going to learn squat. I know that sounds pretty cheesy, but it was, again, my grandma taught me how to bake and stuff, and that was one of her many expressions that I follow. I love her to death. She's a nice lady. Okay, then you need 3 eggs. Now, if you're wondering why I have 2 cartons here, I actually needed to go get eggs today because I made breakfast the other day. This is all I have left. And I need 3 eggs, not 1. Unless I turn 2. There's actually some of these boxes. It's pretty cool. And I'll show you basically, if instead you don't want to make a cake, it shows you instructions how to make brownies and cookies out of this. Although I don't see how you could turn a cake into cookies without it tasting funky. Especially this much chocolate in a cookie. I mean, like I said, I mean, a bunch of cookies at once. I mean, 1 cookie with chocolate is good, but this will make me so sick because I can't stop eating chocolate. Okay, so 1 egg. Oh, and by the way, I'm actually going to be talking about a few cooking tips that I learned from friends, relatives, grandma, and watching TV. And by TV, I mean TV chefs. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I'm like 12. Oh, I'm not actually 12, I'm 19. You're probably thinking, oh look, she's 19 and she watches cooking shows? What are you? Yeah, I'm a weirdo. But what I actually learned is if you accidentally get the shell in, instead of wasting your time trying to get and dig your hands in all of it, what you do is actually you can use this, the shell, to get the shell out. It sounds weird, but what you do is you scoop it, and it actually you get the shell that you broke off in here. Nice little tip. Oh, and also, if you're messing with eggs, if you get it on your hands or anywhere else, you need to, if you didn't wash your hands previously, you need to do it again. And don't worry, I washed my hands before I started this. Promise. Okay, so I got 2 more eggs out of this new carton. Let me bring you closer so you guys can see. And so let me turn the light off and see if that helps real quick. Oops. Oopsie. I keep forgetting we have 2 lights here. We have one right above the stove and we have one in the middle of the room. What I keep forgetting is they're connected. So if you turn one off, you turn the other off. Yeah, that's not a very good wire design, to be quite honest. A very good circuit design. In some instances it are, some it's not. Actually, let me just shut this light. See how that looks. 1 second. Oh, that looks a lot less better. Sorry about it before though. And if it gets any darker, then I will turn that light on. Actually, I have a flashlight. 1 second. Woo! Okay. Ooh, that is a lot better. Like I said, I'm sorry about it before, but like I said, my parents are asleep, so. Okay, let me get into here. And I apologize if I do actually stutter a little on my videos. It's not because I'm nervous or anything, as it's just I actually have always had a little bit of a stuttering issue when I'm talking to people or camera. I'm actually less stuttery if it's just a camera I'm looking into, even though I know there's a potential that the entire world's gonna see this. But But I doubt it because I'm not that popular. I think most views I've got are like 7. I don't care. Like I said, I had it on the first video I ever posted. I'm not doing this to... Oops, got some shell in there. There, gotcha. Yeah. Oops. I just spilled computer chair. Probably should have turned it the other way and duct taped my camera to the back. Hey, I'll clean it off later. Yeah, if you wonder why I'm sticking my hand in this, I think I'm not sure if I got the bit of shell out. Yeah, I got it out. Oh shit. Real quick, I'm gonna wash this crap off my hands. I was just double checking to make sure I got that shell out. Nobody likes to find mystery shells in the cake. I think the only time you actually want to find anything that's in your food is if you're in New Orleans. They have this kind of thing where they stick like a plastic baby that's about like this big into like the cupcakes or the regular cake, and supposedly whoever finds it in their slice is supposed to get luck for the rest of the year. I just know that because I have an aunt who goes to Mardi Gras almost every year and she brings me back beads. I've never actually been. Mostly because I'm not legal to participate in that because there's a whole lot of boozing. Oh yay. Nope, no eggshell. We are good. Or Gouda. Yeah, bad cooking joke. Bad cooking joke. Very bad. Okay, that's not the only dry ingredient other than the free eggs. I need 1/3 of a cup, which is this. I know what you're going, that's not a cup! Yeah, it is. I got these measuring spoons, which basically goes tablespoon, teaspoon, and then there's the cups. I love it so much. I think My mom actually found it in an antique store. Some like cooking supplies, they might be old, but they still can cook. So I need that much of butter. Oh, and I love my culinary teacher for this. She taught me this really neat. Well, it's kind of obvious if you don't want to get too much. What you do is you take the back of your knife and just scrape it back off into the butter. Oh, you have the perfect amount. Now, I always, honestly, in culinary class, I hated cooking with peanut butter and sticky ingredients, even though once you start actually cooking, you start to realize how much butter actually goes into things. But the reason why, because I always got stuck doing the dishes, and we didn't have scrubbers like this. We had to hand wash everything with that, like a cloth in like actually our hands, like our physical hands, no dish towel or anything. Ugh. I mean, just trying to get it off without it, it's like, man, the things you take for granted when you don't have them anymore. Okay, so what I do next is I'm putting this in the sink. And I apologize if I'm not moving you guys around as much as I promised. So what this looks like now is a whole heaping mess. I'm not gonna tilt it any closer, because if I do, I'm gonna spill it all out. And then I'm gonna cry because I just wasted all the batter, and also gonna cry because I got it on the computer chair, which my mother will murder me and then make me scrub this thing. And it's kind of a leather fabric computer chair. I don't even know, it's like made out of both leather and fabric, like regular fabric, like pillow fabric, like sheet fabric. It's a really weird design, but it's awesome. Put this away. That was butter. Get rid of the eggs. That's also a good thing. Once you're done with something, like the eggs or the butter or whatever, if you have leftovers, immediately put it in the fridge so you won't forget about it later. And it clears off your space, so you got more room to maneuver, and you have less likely a chance of knocking something over. Oh, don't worry, I didn't just go. And besides, even if I did, our trash can is right here. I'm not sure if you can see that because of the height. If I can't have to, I'll bring you down a little. This chair is a crank and you're propped up pretty high, so. And this time, since my video won't be this long, I'll be mixing with this. Let me take my phone charger out of there and turn this on. How does it? Nope, I'm definitely leaving it on. Oh crap, that was on. Oops. Now let me turn you this way and turn my light off, or turn it that way. I'm plugging this in. I love using mixers. You know, ironically, the first time I actually used one of these was in culinary class. Because before, my grandma would never trust me with these, mostly because I freaked her out when I was little. What genius me decided to do, I got a hold of a mixer when I was 3, and I stuck my tiny little fingers between here, and I turned it on. Oops. I didn't lose my fingers or anything, but she was able to get over. The one we had at the time, it took a minute for it to start up, and she honestly never let me touch one again after that, but she was afraid I'd actually lose my fingers. Oh, and a little tip, don't just turn the mixer on and then shove it in, you're gonna make a mess. Make sure it's in, and then you turn it on. Bring you guys a little closer so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, it's all nice and mixed. I'm tempted to lick this batter but off this stuff, but I'm not going to. No matter how tempting. I can't lick it off my fingers. Okay, oops, I got a little bit down the stove. Let me just scoop y'all back. Just let me scoop you back just a tiny bit. Okay. Oh wait, I didn't show you guys it, did I? Okay. 1 second. Again, I'm not gonna pour. There you go. Nice and syrupy. Okay, let's see. How long do I actually cook this for? Let's see, about, this isn't a very big pan. It's about 2 round mix. That just says how many servings it makes. Let's see. Well, cool time is 10 minutes and pour into pan. By hand pull, hand. Oh, this is hilarious. This box has a typo. And I'm not misreading this. This literally says, by hand, 2 minutes. Pour into the pan. That is hilarious. Is what it's, they put the periods in the wrong place. What it's supposed to say is that you're supposed to beat it with the mixer for 2 minutes, but instead they put the period in the wrong spot. Now it says 2 minutes, pour into pan. Those are always so funny when people accidentally do stuff like that. Well, to a certain extent it is. For people that have never done this before, it makes them very confused. Let's see. All I see is, oh great, the timed ingredients are in Spanish. No, it just says 10 minutes cool time. Does not say how long I cook it for. Uh-oh, we might have a problem. I'm gonna get out of your face for a minute. You're probably sick of staring at me. Okay, let's see. It's probably in a weird place. I know one time instead of on the back, it was this lasagna recipe on a box. It was on the bottom of the box for some odd reason. People are just funny that way. Okay, let's see. By hand. That's that one. Cool time. Make as until. Here, this is stupid. It says I'm supposed to insert a toothpick and then wait and stare at the cake and wait until I can see it clearly and then it's done. That's real helpful. Seriously, what the? Who puts that on a box? Yeah, you stick a toothpick in the middle, then you stare at it and wait till it's done. Guess what, genius? That's not helpful. So it looks like I'm actually going to have to get my cake sticker thing out and keep this door open. This is going to be a while, guys. I'm sorry. I was trying to make this a nice short cooking video. That didn't work. Anyway. Let's see. Where in the dish? I just washed this. Here it is. I just know my girl Sapphire's watching this right now. She's probably laughing her butt off. She's probably going, okay, Gray, you're so silly. Okay, this is the pan I got. I know it's not very big, but there's only 3 of us that live in this house, so. I probably should bring you guys a little more closer so you can see, shouldn't I? There you go. Is that close enough? White light. Not very good for this situation. Actually, it is pretty dark out now. I'm gonna turn back on the upper lights and see what it does, okay? Can you guys see all right now? Oh, that looks great. So, pulling this. Straighten this out just a tiny bit. Hey, at least since I got a chair, I got somewhere to sit when I'm trying to figure this mess out. Okay, this is where that, oops, got a little bit on my fingers. This thing comes involved. And I make sure I get as much of that you gotta make sure you get as much as the batter in as possible. I know this isn't probably a good one to use. I'm sorry, I just got an alert on my phone that says I have 20% of the battery left, so I'm gonna make this really quick, or at least try to. So basically, if this cuts out, this means my video died, and since I already started all this stuff, I will not be I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting a little sleepy. I will still be posting this. It just won't have proper outro. Exit. One bad thing about making cake, it's a mess. Cass is gonna love this. I usually just let him lick up the stuff off the floor. Seriously, will that actually work if I stick that in? That's not gonna stay up, seriously. Come up with these stupid instructions. Oh, there's even instructions to show you how to make cupcakes out of these. That's not very helpful right now. I'm just gonna stick it in and sit here and wait till it's done. Sorry, guys. I think I'm gonna try 10 minutes and then test it. See how it goes from there. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna scooch y'all, back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Okay. Something also always important you want to do, if you have pets that like to jump on things, or you have small children in the vicinity of your kitchen while you're baking, you don't want them to just go up. Mine, if you have like a lock on your stove, it's there for a reason. You always want to use it. Trust me, it comes in handy. Oh dear. This video has been going on for at least 30 minutes, and I think that might be a little too long. But don't worry, you guys will still get to see the finished cake. Just go to my DeviantArt page. My DeviantArt username is graywolf_wildpack. Wildpack, and you'll see a picture of a white wolf that looks like it's doing this, and it kind of has hair covering its eye. If you see that, that's me, and you'll probably recognize me from my picture, because I am planning to actually use the same profile picture I use on my YouTube channel that I do on my DeviantArt. Because I just changed it, I gotta upload it and change that as well. So if you see that, then you know it's me. So don't worry, you'll still get to see the finished cake. Like I said, I'll be putting that on my DeviantArt after I'm done baking it. It's iced and it looks presentable. But this video's been going on a lot longer than I thought it would. So sorry about that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting creamy vanilla icing on the cake. So I guess this is it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, I will then tell me about it. Tell me your thoughts. Leave a comment. If you want to like it, hit that bell, punch the like button, strangle it, slap it, poke it, punch it, knee it in the I'm kidding. Like button don't have genitals. All it is a thumb doing this. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you don't, it's your life. You do it with whatever you want. I hope you are having a good day, night, morning, evening, or whatever time it is when you see this. So, bye everybody.